Welcome to Sugosha Media News. Today is 13th of August and here are the top defense, aerospace and strategic technology developments from India and around the world. India's defense sector saw major activity as Air Force began the process to acquire 150 advanced jet trainers and floated an RFI for an air-based logistics payload delivery system, while the Defence Ministry issued a 1 lakh crore rupees tender for 60 Indian Air Force aircrafts. GRSC launched next generation offshore patrol vessel Shruti. Astra Microwave emerged as L1 for the AMCA radar AU, and India saw two more industry partners for its indigenous expendable turbojet engine. Bangalore-based Orthesys hot-fired a 5 kilonewton cryogenic 3D printer rocket engine, while the Army sought an advanced night and thermal sights for SIG 716 Negev LMG and AK-203 weapons. Skyroot and Hex-20 signed a multi-launch pact. Techno Defence unveiled indigenous missile cooling technology, and Mahindra's Armado received an indigenous remote weapon mount. EndureAir will deliver 12 high-altitude Kamikaze drones to Bharat Electronics. R-Fly Innovations emerged L1 for a 7 crore rupees Army ISR drone contract, and TAC Technologies launched DAR-V thermal moleculars. Globally, Joby announced a dedicated defense business. Northrop Grumman unveiled a Raid Hunter 50 air defense system, and Marlink acquired GRC to expand its European government defense and critical infrastructure operations. The news in detail. Indian Air Force has begun the acquisition for next generation of jet trainers and floated a tender seeking 150 such aircrafts. These will be a successor to the Air Force's Hawk Mark 132 advanced jet trainers. The Air Force has floated an RFI, the first stage of the tender process. The planes will prepare fighter pilots for the complex demands of modern air combat. The RFI mentions the planes would be Stage 3 trainers, which is the final link in the training chain before pilots move to operational fighter squadrons. The jets are used to familiarize trainee pilots with airborne radars, electronic warfare systems, and beyond visual range missiles before they graduate to frontline fighters like the Sukhoi 30 Mark I, Rafale Tejas, and in the future, the AMCA. The RFP is tentatively scheduled for December 27, with deliveries to be completed within 60 months of the effective date of the contract. Looking to replace its aging fleet of cargo planes, the Defence Ministry issued a tender worth around 1 lakh crore rupees for buying 60 multi-role transport aircrafts for the Air Force. The tender has been issued to multiple Indian companies, including Hindustan Aeronautics, Tata's and Mahindra's. Mahindra Defence has tied up with Embraer of Brazil to offer its C390 transport plane. Tata is going with Lockheed Martin to offer their C130 plane, which is already in the Air Force for the special operations role. The program would see around 20% of the planes joining the Air Force in flyaway condition, while the rest of them would be manufactured in India with over 60% indigenous content. The aircraft will be built in India through joint ventures between Indian companies and Hindustan Aeronautics. The Air Force has already issued a tender for buying 114 Rafale fighter jets as part of its modernization plan, while it is also looking at inducting over 100 trainer planes to replace its Hawk jet trainers and augmenting its capacity to train its pilots in view of the increasing number of jet squadrons. The Air Force may also use the MTA planes as tankers for refueling aircraft in the air and to transport equipment and troops at a rapid pace. The Air Force has formally opened bidding for its new air-based logistics payload delivery system with a request for information released on 10th of August. The tender is being managed by Headquarter WAC New Delhi and Air Force Station Avantipur, Pulwama, Jammu and Kashmir, with submissions due by 28th of August. The RFI seeks proposals for a mission-ready logistics delivery system capable of transporting cargo efficiently and safely to designated Air Force locations. The system must integrate seamlessly with existing infrastructure, support rapid deployment, and meet operational standards expected by the Air Force. The emphasis is on reliability, adaptability, and the ability to sustain logistical operations under demanding conditions. Shruti, the next generation offshore patrol vessel (NGOPV), was launched at GRSC Calcutta on 11th of August. The construction of the NGOPVs is concurrently being undertaken at two shipyards, GSL and GRSC. These indigenously designed and built ships will augment the existing OPVs NOPVs for multi-domain operations like maritime surveillance, search and rescue, protection of offshore assets, HADR, and anti-piracy missions. These ships derive their name from India's rich heritage, with this ship being named as Shruti, referring to the four Vedas. The crest design of the ship depicts the constellation of Ursa Major and a red and white colored lighthouse. Astra Microwave Products has emerged as the lowest bidder for the active antenna array unit to equip four radar prototypes for AMCA, with Bharat Electronics positioned as GL2. The AAAU is the technological core of an active electronic scanned array radar housing hundreds to thousands of transmit-receive modules that enable electronic beam steering without mechanical movement. This allows simultaneous multi-target tracking, rapid mode switching, and resilience against electronic jamming. For the AMCA, which is India's flagship fifth-generation stealth fighter project, the AAAU will be pivotal in ensuring long-range detection and survivability against advanced threats. The bidding process specifically covers the development of the components for four initial radar prototypes. These prototypes will form the backbone of the AMCA sensor suite, enabling integration, testing, and validation before full-scale production. The Electronics and Radar Development Establishment under DRDO is steering the radar development, while the Aeronautical Development Agency oversees the broader aircraft program. This layered leadership ensures that radar development aligns seamlessly with airframe and mission system requirements. India is seeking two additional Indian industry partners to support the mass production of an indigenous expendable turbojet engine, marking a shift from technology demonstration to the creation of a broader production ecosystem. The initiative is being pursued by GTRE. Azad Engineering completed and delivered the first engine to GTRE on 22nd of July. The delivery represented an important transition from laboratory development to industrial realization. The latest move indicates that GTRE does not intend to rely on a single private sector company for future production. Instead, it is seeking to distribute manufacturing responsibilities among multiple Indian companies capable of producing the engine in significant numbers. This approach is expected to improve production capacity, create industrial redundancy, and reduce the risk associated with depending on one supplier for a critical propulsion system. Bangalore-based Orthesys has achieved a major breakthrough by successfully hot-firing its fully cryogenic 3D-printed rocket engine, delivering 5 kilonewtons thrust. With a total impulse of 100 kilonewtons, this engine is set to power their reusable Hopper rocket scheduled for launch and landing trials later this year. Cryogenic engines, which use propellants stored at extremely low temperatures, are known for their efficiency and high performance. By achieving stable thrust at 5 kilonewtons, Orthesys has validated the reliability of its design and manufacturing process. The engine is fully 3D printed, a feature that reduces production time and cost while allowing complex geometries to be manufactured with precision. Indian Army has issued a request for information for the procurement of image intensification weapon sights and thermal imaging sights for its frontline assault rifles, including the SIG 716, Negev light machine gun, and AK-203. The RFI seeks to equip soldiers with advanced optics that will enhance their ability to engage targets effectively under varied operational conditions. The focus is on both image intensification technology, which amplifies available light, and thermal imaging systems, which detect heat signatures, thereby providing dual capability for day and night operations. The 6716, chambered in 7.62 into 51 mm, has already been inducted in large numbers to replace older INSAS rifles. The Negev LMG, also chambered in this same, was procured in bulk to strengthen squad-level firepower. Hyderabad-based Skyroot Aerospace has formalized a multi-launch agreement with Technopark-based Hex-20, committing to 3 dedicated missions aboard the Vikram series of rockets. The first mission is scheduled for the fourth quarter of 27, with subsequent launches to follow in line with Hex-20's constellation deployment plans. The payload scope of the agreement includes Hex-20's Earth observation satellites and in-orbit payload demonstration missions. These missions are designed to expand Hex-20's capabilities in spacecraft engineering, payload integration, ground operations, and mission delivery. The agreement also provides ride-share capacity, enabling third-party spacecraft to be deployed alongside Hex-20 satellites, thereby strengthening commercial access to space from India. A Mumbai-based startup, Techno Defence, has successfully developed an indigenous Joule Thomson cooler for missile seekers, breaking a long-standing Western monopoly and opening up a high-value defence export market. This miniature, lightweight, vibration-free device rapidly chills infrared sensors and focal plane arrays in missiles to cryogenic temperatures of approximately minus 196 degrees centigrade. Such cooling is essential because infrared seekers generate their own thermal energy at ambient temperatures, producing background noise known as dark current. The noise can overwhelm weak infrared signals from distant targets, causing the missile to lose track. The JT cooler suppresses this internal noise, enabling precise target detection and tracking. Mahindra's Armado has taken a major leap in battlefield capability, with Bangalore-based Vishwatronics successfully testing its remote weapon mount on the protected vehicle, showcasing India's growing strength in indigenous defense technology. This integration allows operators to fire from within the safety of the vehicle, combining mobility with enhanced firepower. The Mahindra Armado is designed as a protected tactical mobility platform intended to provide survivability and adaptability in hostile environments. Its integration with Vishwatronics' remote weapon mount demonstrates how modern battlefield vehicles are evolving to combine protection with offensive capability. EndureAir Systems has secured a contract to supply 12 high-altitude, high-payload delivery Kamikaze drones to Bharat Electronics. The company has already demonstrated long-range Kamikaze drones and partnered with Anand Technologies to develop loitering munitions under the IDDM category. The latest supply of 12 high-altitude Kamikaze drones to BEL represents a continuation of this trajectory, aligning with India's broader military modernization drive. The drones are designed for deep strike missions, including anti-radar suppression, anti-vehicle attacks, logistics interdiction, and battlefield disruption. Their payload capacity allows them to carry larger warheads or specialized sensor packages, making them versatile for both offensive and reconnaissance roles. R-Fly Innovations has emerged as the L1 bidder for the supply of 36 ISR drones to the Army, with a contract valued at around 7 crore rupees. The Army recently concluded the bidding process for the acquisition of 36 ISR drones under the GEM framework. R-Fly Innovations, a startup recognized under the Make in India initiative, emerged as the L1 bidder. The drones offered by the company are the R-Fly Pro X2 model, equipped with both day and night operational capabilities. The tender attracted participation from several Indian firms, including Indowings, IG Drones, Aero 360, and Campbell. The R-Fly Pro X2 drones are designed to operate in diverse environments, offering endurance and reliability for battalion-level operations. Their dual-mode sensors allow effective monitoring during both daylight and nighttime missions, enhancing situational awareness across varied terrains. TAC Technologies in Noida has introduced the DAR-V thermal monoculars, a rugged and advanced imaging device designed for surveillance, reconnaissance, and security operations. These monoculars combine high-performance Vox thermal detectors with intelligent algorithms to deliver clear visuals even in darkness, smoke, fog, or foliage. The monoculars are equipped with built-in Wi-Fi connectivity that allows live video transmission to up to 4 mobile devices simultaneously. This capability makes them highly effective for team-based missions, enabling real-time situational awareness and coordination. The inbuilt memory supports photo and video recording, ensuring evidence collection during operations. Designed for covert surveillance, critical infrastructure protection, and high-threat security missions, the Darby monoculars are IP67 encapsulated, making them resistant to dust and water ingress. Their rugged design ensures durability in harsh environments, withstanding drops and rough handling during field deployment. It is lightweight and compact, making it suitable for handheld use or helmet-mounted integration. Now the global news. Vertical takeoff and landing aircraft developer Joby Aviation has agreed to acquire defense technology company Resonant Sciences for $500 million. The acquisition will launch the Ohio-based firm as Joby's dedicated defense business unit, consolidating its military initiatives, including turbine electric and hydrogen electric hybrid aircraft and autonomous systems, while keeping its core commercial team focused on air taxi certification. Joby will fund the purchase with $450 million in cash and $50 million in common stock. The transaction is expected to close in the first half of 2027. Resonant develops advanced radio frequency sensor and low observability stealth systems for U.S. national security customers. Northrop Grumman has unveiled Raid Hunter, the official name of its new 50 gun-based air defense system, positioning this weapon as a cost-conscious, high-capacity layer for defending military bases, airfields, and other critical infrastructure against cruise missiles, unmanned aerial systems, and coordinated drone swarms. The system is intended to address one of the increasingly important challenges facing modern air defense forces, how to defeat large number of relatively inexpensive aerial threats without rapidly exhausting limited stocks of high-value interceptor missiles. According to Northrop Grumman, Raid Hunter combines its established chain gun technology, precision-guided 50 ammunition, and a networked interoperable system controller. The company says that configuration is designed to provide rapid and scalable firepower against high-volume raids involving multiple classes of aerial threats. Marlink, a global leader in managed services for business-critical digital solutions, has signed an agreement to acquire 100% of Global Radio Data Communications, a UK specialist in communication networks for defense and government customers. The transaction is expected to close later in August 26. Now a quick wrap of today's news. Air Force moved to acquire 150 advanced jet trainers and 60 aircrafts under a 1 lakh crore rupees tender while issuing an RFI for an air-based logistics payload system. GRSC launched OPV Shruti, Astra Microwave emerged L1 for the AMCA radar AAAU, and India saw 2 more partners for its indigenous expendable turbojet engine. Othesis hot-fired a 5 kilonewton cryogenic 3D printed rocket engine. The Army sought advanced night and thermal sights. Skyroot Hex 20 signed a multi-launch pact. Techno Defense unveiled indigenous missile cooling technology. Mahindra Armado received an indigenous remote weapon mount, and EndureAir will supply 12 high-altitude Kamikaze drones to Bharat Electronics. R-Fly Innovations emerged L1 for a 7 crore Army ISR drone contract. TAC Technologies launched Darby thermal monoculars, while globally, Joby announced a defense business, Northrop Grumman unveiled Raid Hunter, and Marlink acquired GRC. At Sugosha Media, we turn complex defense and aerospace developments into clear, actionable insights. From interpreting defense policies and facilitating market entry to navigating offsets and strategic partnerships, we help organizations transform strategy into execution within India's evolving aerospace and defense ecosystem. Follow Sugosha Advisory on LinkedIn to stay informed with the latest insights and become part of the conversation driving India's defense and strategic landscape. Our focus is simple: to bridge policy, technology, and business, enabling organizations to convert regulatory knowledge into sustainable growth and long-term opportunities. We look forward to partnering with you in shaping the next chapter of India's defense and aerospace ecosystem. Thank you.